So why am I coming out here to do this video? Strictly to pimp Clif High's Bitcoin / cryptocurrency / metals report that's actually really for June that he just released today early. The latest one about what cryptocurrencies are going to move where, etc. It is a must-have report for anybody who either A, plans on trading or just buying cryptocurrencies to make some money, or maybe perhaps trading. You know, I want to get in at this point when it gets up here by this time frame. I want to sell and move it into something else. There's a little bit of timing mentioned where you could actually do that. Some of these coins I've talked about recently, Ripple and stuff, not looking too good, etc. I already called that thanks to his report last time, and it looks like his data was spot on that. It's not really moving while everything else is leaving it behind. Ripple is going to be old news apparently in the not too distant future, according to this latest report. If you have any Ripple coin at all, this is free advice right now. You may want to take your profits and get out. Is that your own risk? Again, if it happens to go up a little more, or no, you know, what are we talking about, Joe? But I'm just telling you what the report's talking about. There will be no summary on these kinds of reports. But I do want to tell you that. There's some other new coins mentioned. There's some of these, what they call tokens mentioned. A token is kind of like what Veritasium is. It's not really its own cryptocurrency. It rides on top of, so to speak, Ethereum on the blockchain. It's good for contracts. So if we have a contract, you and I, about something, whether we're selling something, whatever, there's a contract, you could essentially use the Veritasium as a median, I guess, to lock that contract down and have a record of it. I'm not 100% sure on how all that's going to play out, but it's also in this report. Again, still looking good for Veritasium. And anyone that wants to get on Veritasium, again, you have to have Ethereum in order to convert it. But tomorrow is the 25th, and that's, I think, the last day you can do it, get in on the early IPO, or what they call it, IPC now. It won't really matter because last month is when the best discount was for that IPC. We're at the end of this month, so it's 30 days later. There's really almost no discount to be had. So if you could just type in Veritasium, Veritasium. His name's Reggie Middleton, I think. There's a link on his own website. It says, like, easy way to get it if you don't want to do the whole IPO thing. You basically just want to buy some, and he gives you instructions. You do have to get a wallet and whatever. But I already put up a video showing you how to do the IPC version where you can get a little discount. Well, I guess it's been 2 days ago now. But again, the data in Clif High's reports have been nothing short of remarkable, spectacular, and he still is only charging $99. All I can think of is Bo Polney and his $1,000, $1,200, whatever it was, dollar a month trading advice thing. You know, sign up for that. And Clif High is charging $99 a month, you could say, because these come out monthly, for the most incredible knowledge and correct calls in the entire cryptocurrency space. 99 bucks. I'm glad that I'm his friend. Let me just say that. And he sends them to me these days for free in an email. And I'm sure I've sent him quite a bit of business by recommending people, hey, check this guy out, check his reports out, buy them, they're great. But I'm not going to recommend you to do some garbage. And these reports, especially these Bitcoin ones, these crypto ones he's been putting out, have been, again, nothing short of freaking spectacular. I told people I'm getting this Lindsey Williams DVD. You know, he's got some urgent news, and I get emails. You know, I know you said you really don't. You know, the last one you said you probably might not do another video on Lindsey Williams, but I'll donate some. You know, if you'll get it. I get those all the time, so I already knew. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy this DVD right now. Again, my subscribers want it. Many of them do, regardless of, you know, is Ken Fromm friend died or not? Is it really accurate? Is he accurate anymore? You know, they still want the information. I'm going to provide it. So that's why I bought it. But having said that, you know, people, oh, there's some money wasted or whatever. I said, no, don't worry about it. Because I just had, what was the amount? I think I'm going to have my account, $6,800 or something like that on Ethereum, or actually Zcoin, Zcash. I bought in at 227 or 230 something. It went up to, I had an order in last night, sell at 280. And I saw it at 260 right before I went to bed, and I'm like, man, I could place an order now and still make some change, a good chunk. But these cryptos are going wild in the Asian markets, or at night, or whoever's getting this thing at night, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, my time, Eastern time, they're pushing it up. I'm going to take a chance. It's a gamble. I'm going to take a chance. I don't want to sell for 260. I'm leaving my order in there at 280. Left the order in there at 280. Woke up this morning, checked the charts. It went up to like 284 or something. I know my order sold. Went and checked my account. Sure enough, $6,800, $8,100 in your account. JSnip4. Have a nice day. What could you invest $6,800 in, and the next day turn it into $8,100? I really don't know. But that's what we call trading and day trading. But even though I was doing it in the middle of the night, sleeping, so to speak. But I don't really want to do that. I'd rather, because every day they're up 4, 5, 6, 7, 8%, like all of them. So why, you know, and I'm seeing this action up and down throughout the day, and I'm looking at, that was a 5% move. You know, alligator teeth, as Clif keeps talking about these cryptos moving, especially Bitcoin. But I'm like, well, that was a 5% move. Oh, that was a 10% move. Another 5% move. And I'm like, man, in one day, if I get in and find the right spot to get in, it goes up 5%, sell. Goes back down, get in again. Goes back up, 5%, sell. Goes back down again, I get back in, back up, sell. 5%, 10%, 15%. I did one single trade, okay, that took $6,800 approximately and turned it into $8,100. So I would have never even messed with that had it not been for Clif High's webbot / in this case his crypto reports talking about which coins to pay attention to, which ones are going to be quite volatile yet going up and potentially making you some money. Zcash was listed in there. I decided I'm going to try it. I got it. I won, as they say on Friday. Give me my money. And then I went and flipped them right back into Ethereum, and now I'm sitting on Ethereum. Wow, Ethereum went up today, and I made a few dollars on that now. As he correctly said earlier this year, fortunes will be made messing around with these cryptocurrencies. And because there's going to be people who really want to day trade and get in and try to make them, you know, get crazy with it. Fortunes will be lost. But I got good news for you. If you just want to buy some and sit back and enjoy the ride, no day trade, nope. I bought them online, transferred to my Exodus wallet. I keep telling you to get. Do your backup on that, etc. Make sure you have that. And it sits in your wallet. And it just sits there. It just sits there. Okay? And when it sits there, you get the pleasure of waking up. Oh, it was up 5% yesterday. Oh, it's up another 5 or 6% today. How many days in a row now is it that these cryptos have been up every day? Multiple percentages. Some of them 18, 20% like Zcash. Yesterday I saw Ethereum up to 15 or so percent. Dash was also up 16, 17, 18%. Someone show me the system, stock market, that performs like that with those kinds of numbers in a number of days after days after, you know, day after day after day. You can't. You can't, because it doesn't exist. So we have a market that's not rigged. It's not under the control of the club and their bankster systems. Because again, when you're using their systems, they know exactly who's in what position. This guy, we got a bunch of people in these silver contracts. All we need to do is short sell, put a bunch of short contracts out there. We only need about 50 of them, and we'll clean those guys out. And then they do it, and they clean you all out. They make the profit on the way down. You think it was just some traders or algorithms online that did this to you? This is an early stage of the market, and in this report that I'm telling you, you must have. If you are into cryptocurrencies, you need this report right now, because stuff is about to get down in June, and as you know, it's a few days away. And by July, you'll be like, wow, a month ago, I can't believe what I'm seeing now in July. What the hell just happened? In a good way. But in that report, there's going to be some systems being set up, ultimately, computerized, bots, whatever, that are going to ultimately make trades and do things for people. So right now, there's either none to limited amounts of that happening, which means it's all human interaction. I have to be quicker than you. I have to decide when to get in and when to get out, which, again, levels the playing field, if you will. Easier than trying to fight a machine, and the machine's always going to win. So some of that technology will ultimately be coming to cryptocurrencies, according to this robot report. Not that it matters too much, especially if you're the kind of person to sit back and hold. Sit and hold. Let me tell you about some pretty interesting numbers for Ethereum coming. Again, it's described in the report far more than I'm going to tell you now. And not too distant of a future, Ethereum will be more than doubling its today price, which is approximately 190, 190, 190, 195. It's been bouncing around. It will more than double in the near future, and then more than double again at a different time. Ethereum. Anything attached to Ethereum, like Veritasium and other technologies that decide to do what Veritasium does, that rides on that blockchain, are going to do well as well, because as Clif has said numerous times, he also said again in this report, a rising tide raises all ships being all cryptos. However, there are definitely a little box of cryptos that we're going to talk about that is all I care about. Bitcoin, and for good reason, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Zcash, Dashcoin, Veritasium, if I didn't just mention that, the main cryptos right now. He mentions quite a few new ones I've never heard of, and some other stuff, technology, that are going to start interacting with the IoT, or Internet of Things technology, that's now coming out and being used everywhere. They're going to have crypto stuff dealing with that. There's also some scams coming up that you need to be aware of. Fake offering kind of things as well. You need to be aware of this, and he gives a pretty decent window of time, I think, about when to look out for some of the stuff. So again, this is a must-have report if you are into the cryptocurrency stuff or thinking about getting into it. And I'm going to end this by telling Frank's Papa Frank Snip 4, Papa 4. You seriously need to take some of your cash and get in on this crypto stuff as soon as possible, and of course I will help you every step of the way. That's it. And by the way, if you don't know the website, everybody, to get Clif's report, halfpasthuman.com. It'll be it will be. It is the best $99 that I would have spent, absolutely, but he gave it to me for free now, which is much appreciated. But I would have gladly paid it every time thus far because of the information it provided. And what I was saying about Lindsey Williams and DVD, it was $48. That I mentioned, took $6,800, turned it into $8,100. I'm going to knock that $48 off of there. That one's on the house for my peeps. So when that DVD comes in, don't sweat it. Clif High's Webbot report thing just helped me earn some serious cash real quick, and I'll be using $48 of that profit. Imagine, and there's going to be people who do this, imagine doing what I did last night every day, and the potential is easily there. I waited for a larger move before which is why I put 280 in my sell order. But you could have went from like 230 in and sold at like 250. Goes back down, 230, do it again, goes back up, sell again. I'm telling you, if there's day traders who want to screw around like this, the potential to do these $1,000 days on a few $1,000s worth of coin are there. They're there. You just have to, again, have balls of steel and just do it. At the same time, I have to tell you this, do not gamble money that you can't afford to lose. That if you just made a horrible decision, start off up here, now you're down here, try to get in lower, it kept going lower, now you're down here. Again, you got to have balls of steel and an understanding that if I lost this, I was just playing a stupid game anyways. So maybe take a portion of your cryptocurrency stash and play this game if you want to. I'm here to tell you, because of the numbers that are coming out of this report and what we've already seen based off the previous report, that it's accurate. You don't have to gamble. You can sit back and enjoy the ride. 5 cent, up 5% today, up 8% tomorrow, another 5%. That's a phenomenal return, my friends. But if you were in there day trading, in the meantime, you could be making even more cash. But I'm trying to keep people from doing the crazier things and keep them safe. Like, what's the safest way to keep someone, their money safe? The best thing, again, buy your silver, hold on to your silver, keep it in your possession. Don't expect to make big money like you're not gonna day trade to the coin dealer. You're gonna hold on to that for a rainy day coming in the future. But in cryptocurrencies, again, safest thing to do: buy it, hold it, sit back. And if you want the two safest ones to just sit back and enjoy the ride, and they're gonna do well, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you don't have to look back. But there are going to be some coins that really take off on a percentage basis that are going to surpass Bitcoin as far as the percentage, not the price. And if you can get in on those and then get out and switch it back into a Bitcoin, that kind of a thing, at the right timing, you stand to make great money. But again, even if you don't, and you just sat on Bitcoin and you just sat on Ethereum, you're going to be really, really, really happy. Those people, like he said, who gamble and do it right will be there'll be people who made fortunes. And those who do it wrong will lose fortunes if they put that kind of money into it and then gambled with it. Anyways, I just wanted to say that I have got to give credit to the master of all crypto stuff right now in his reports, Clif. I am pumping his damn thing right now for him, not because he gave it to me for free, but because I've already showed you the last 2 times the damn thing is completely accurate, and now I got my inbox blowing up. JSnip, I want to do this, I want to do that. How do it? All right, watch my video, check this out, do that, get the Exodus wallet, just bang, 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 all the way, like the last few days. I was on the exchange today. I was on Kraken, and I was also on my Coinbase account. Now, Kraken offers way larger amounts of money to be moved in and out on your account, which is why I'm gonna, from this day forward, I'm telling you, I don't know if I want to mess with Coinbase anymore. It takes too long to get your stuff once you buy it. The limits are very small, and in this crypto space, we don't have time for that now, for where this is about to go. So I'm gonna tell everybody, even if you have your Coinbase account, keep it, fine, but make sure you have a Kraken account created, opened. You did step tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 of setting up your account. Who cares about tier 4? You don't need it. Just up to tier 3, do all those. Get them the information so that when the day comes and you need to sell your coins, your Bitcoins, your whatever coins you got, you're going to go to your wallet. Exodus wallet is one I tell you to use. Transfer it to your address right over at Kraken. As soon as it comes in, you're going to place a sell order on Kraken. You're going to get the US dollars, okay? And I want to exchange that out of my bank account, put it in my bank account. All that has to be set up before you can do that. And you don't want to be stuck, ready to sell. Now let me go to Kraken. Now let me set up my tier 1. No. You have to have that done now so that it's already there. You're already verified. It's ready to go. And it may be 1, 2, 3 years from now when you decide, oh my God, I'm a filthy rich bastard because of listening to JSnip 4 and Clif on these cryptos. And it's now time to cash out. I've seen enough. I'm happy. I want to cash out. Go to your Kraken account and get out, in and out. But what I wanted to tell you about those, both Coinbase and Kraken, boy, was I having trouble logging in, not necessarily logging in, but, check my coins, or, I was trying to transfer the Ethereum that I had, that gain. I told you $8,100. I bought Ethereum this morning with it and said, all right, now I want to take the Ethereum and put it in my regular wallet, my Exodus wallet, which I did. And I had to try like 10 times. Sorry, the server went, down, not communicating, and I could tell it is being hit with so much transactions. And then I finally got it, and it finally accepted it. Oh, finally. And then it finally came through. And then I was like, well, let me go over to Coinbase. I got to check something. And then it kicked me out. And, sorry, page can't be displayed. What? Refresh. Sorry, this is an image of a previous, a cache of a previous page. Click here to try the live site. Okay. Nope, try again. Okay. Oh, there's the Coinbase. That's how much traffic now is rushing in to these cryptocurrencies. That 2 of the main sites in the U.S., exchanges for these things, are being bogged down. And not to be too concerned, when the companies who run these, which they know, our crap's being bogged down, we're well aware of it, they're going to have to start building out some infrastructure in a hurry to deal with it, which is always a good problem to have, because every little transaction you do on their exchanges, they get a little sliver of a fee for dealing with your transaction. I'm here to tell you, Kraken charges a lot less of a fee than Coinbase. So it's another reason to just stick with Kraken and get crack-a-lacking, if you know what I mean. So I'm just telling you, I've been on these sites for a long time, checking almost there daily, no problem. And then today, this morning, I'm having trouble navigating because there's so much activity. It's just good news for cryptocurrencies. You got to get some. And you got to have this report because it is absolutely critical. It will take you in your investment to the next level. I've already proven it. So is he. So you can't say that this is some kind of get-rich-quick stream. I'm not getting anything. You're not paying me. You're not giving me anything. I'm not giving you investment advice because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm telling you what I've done, and I've showed you what I've done, and I told you how to do the same thing that I've done, and I'm getting emails. J-Snip, I just made an absolute killing. You made the Ripple call. I was in at 2 cents. Someone emailed me literally yesterday or the day before. I was in at 2 cents, and I think he sold off at 40. Whatever amount of money he had, he made $200,000. I think he said it was a $5,000 investment. If math is in what he said is right, $5K I think he put in there. He said I have $200,000 now. So if you're listening and you still have that in Ripple, you better get the hell out very soon. Best advice I'm going to give you ever. And put it into something like Ethereum right now. And when you get filthy rich and you say, J-Snip, I made so much damn money, I'm going to give you and Clif the bonus of your life. I won't say no. Take care.